Hello, my name is Emily, and today I want to talk to you about the importance of how much product you're applying. When you're using too much product, it can look cakey or streaky on your skin. It can feel heavy, and overall, it's just not going to give you that flawless finish you're looking for. There's a couple different ways to tell if you're applying too much product. Number one can be found in your brushes. If your brush looks anything like this, where it's matted, weighed down, you can visibly see product, it almost looks like it's wet in a sense, this means you have way too much product.
Here's how it looks when I'm using that brush to apply my product. You can see how splotchy the product went on my skin, even leaving a few clumps behind and making it almost impossible to blend out.
And another way to tell if you're using too much product is your overall results. Looking first around my mouth, you can see an emphasis in my pores around my lips. It's starting to crease in the area right below my lips. On the side of my face here, you can see the overall look of the makeup looks heavy, thick. You can tell around my nose, my pores are standing out a ton. Overall, the contour will look a little splotchy. You can tell it's a little heavier here and maybe a little heavier here, but bare in the middle. And finally, my under eyes. This is one of the biggest tell areas for myself. It begins to crease in all of my natural crease lines under my eyes. Look at all of that extra product just sitting in the creases. Okay, now let's look at the results when I apply less product. For starters, you can see that my brush has much less product on it. Overall, it doesn't look weighed down or matted. Then looking at the results, starting with the areas around my lips, you can see how much more smooth my application is. You can no longer see that excess product. My pores along my nose here are no longer called out. My overall contour application is much more smooth and even. And lastly, my under eyes are nice and smooth. Here are 3 tips to use to ensure the best possible makeup application. First is to make sure you're using the right brush. When it comes to cream makeup, the difference in coverage is all dependent upon the brush you use. Here's a helpful graphic that can help you decide which brush is going to be best for the coverage level you're looking for. Next tip is to keep a perfector sponge handy. Mistakes happen. Sometimes we apply too much product without even knowing. You don't necessarily have to wipe off all of your makeup and start over. By keeping a damp perfector sponge handy, this can help even out any excess product you might have. And go ahead and bounce this on your skin in any areas where you have excess product. That'll help lift up that unwanted product without ruining all the work you put in. And the last tip is to regularly clean your brushes. Dirty brushes can harbor excess product that can give you an uneven application. Seint has 2 brush cleaning options that you can use regularly. The first is a spray that you're able to spritz right on your brush or a towel and clean your brushes in a flash. The other is a bar soap that you're able to give your brushes that deep clean that they've been looking for. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful.